Live from American Times and Dixieline Connection World Headquarters. It's 10 after 11 on the 23rd of May. Welcome. It's Sunday night. Here we are talking about open chat and going to talk about transporters. What's going on? Good evening. Oh, that was part of the auction. That'd come off my yard, that D-ring, Paris. That that's from my yard. It's just a trinket off my yard. You know, I collect D rings and O rings and pieces of hardware from people's yards. What do you say, Courtney? And that's what the D ring was. Was off of one of my collars here from my yard. Piece of hardware from my yard there, Paris. Yeah, it was part of the auction. You might have missed it when we were describing the stuff. When I was describing the stuff. Hey, Drew, tell your wife to send one of your friends over here to keep me busy. And then that way I won't have to get online so much. What's her mom look like? What's your wife's mom look like? You send your mother-in-law over here and keep me busy for a while. I ran her off. Hey, that's a good thing. I know you like that, don't you? Send that mother-in-law down here. I knocked the bottom out of it. I'm good at giving mother-in-laws new attitudes, man. I send them back home, they're all happy and shit. They'll be like, "Oh, Fat Bill is on. Oh, turn it up a little bit, Drew. I like that, man. Oh yeah, should be all on my dick." I get that whole problem straightened out for you, son. Send her on down here. Just kidding around. Ah. Ah. I shouldn't talk like that. That's not nice. But anyhow. So what else is going on? Oh yeah, man. Yeah, they bought them dogs. Ghost Town Kennels. They were in, man. They were in. Not for long. Not for long. Uh-oh. Sweet.
Joe Egan and Jerry Rafferty were a duo known as Steamer's Wheel when they recorded this Dylan as a pop bubblegum favorite from April of 1974 that reached up to number 5 as Gay Billy's super sounds of the 70s.
Well, it was quite a time, man. It was a lot of people buying and selling dogs back then. I mean, it was wide open. You had a lot of NFL football people way before Michael Vick had bulldogs. I mean, I'm not going to say no names or nothing, but you had those guys that had dogs. You had other rappers that had dogs. You had a lot of dogs going overseas to big money people. I mean, dogs were flying all over the place back then, man. That was like in the mid 90s. And they were everywhere, man. They were on TV, they're in videos, they're in movies. They were all over the place. Almost seemed like they were making a cultural comeback at one time. No. So they never sell him one, huh? Oh, yeah. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt it's America's dog. Well, I mean, a couple of the people you can mention, like NFL people, Nate Newton, I knew him. He played for the Dallas Cowboys. And then who was that quarterback that was at Tennessee? He got drafted at Tennessee and he died. Um, what was that dude's name? Um, oh man, I forgot the guy's name. I think he committed suicide or something. I don't know. You know, Steve McNair. Steve McNair was a big dog man. Oh, yeah, Steve McNair. That's right. He got murdered by his old lady. Yeah, that's the same thing as killing yourself. Letting your old lady have a gun. That's close to suicide. No. As far as the NBA, I knew one dude with the Philadelphia 76ers. I can't say his name. Yeah. Of course, Roy Jones Jr., Mike Tyson. Oh. Matter of fact, I got a Evander Holyfield and what's the other guy's name? Mm, oh, I got another one for you too. I got another one for you. Hell yeah. Nice. Nice. I've been to a couple Super Bowls. My old friend Joey Calvo, his dad, man. Joey Calvo is a dog man that lives in Guam. And I've known Joey since I was, I don't know, 20 years old, 22 years old. We met real early in the dogs. And his dad would take us to the Super Bowl every year, man, for years and years. I'd go some years I wouldn't go. And last one I went to was New York Giants versus the Baltimore Ravens. The game was in 2002, in February 2002 in Tampa Bay. And the Ravens beat the Giants. Yeah, these transporters, man, that's what I was going to talk about tonight. These transporters are pretty bad. Um, I had a friend of mine, he had a dog transported last year. I begged him not to do it. I was like, dude, take some time off from work. Take a couple sick days. Take a Friday sick day and just drive and do it yourself. And if you can't do it yourself, then maybe don't get the dog. Hey, James Dean. And it took 4 days for the dog to get there. The dog gets there, and they still don't know what killed it. They don't know whether it died of parvo, coccidia. They don't know what killed the dog. But the dog was sick from the day it got there until it died 2 weeks later. So, now, there are some non-pit bull transporters out there that do a good job. These people, they transport all kinds of animals, whether they're snakes and other dogs. And so nobody's got a good transporter, because I get asked that question a lot. People ask me, "Hey, I need a transporter." I'm like, I don't know one. I don't sell dogs, so I don't know anybody. And all I hear are nightmares about transporters. I was hoping that somebody on here would know at least one person. Hey, y'all hit that like button. With 6 likes on Sunday night? What kind of love is that? Hit that damn like button. What's wrong with you? Hit that like button. Give me about 20 likes. Come on now. I heard that. There you go. Hit me with some of them likes. And now, I mean, I've had good luck with flying dogs. I mean, if I'm going to ship a dog, the best way to ship a dog is to put him on an airplane, because you're just talking a couple hours. And so if I'm going to have someone send me a dog, I'm going to have them put it on a plane and send it to me. That way I know they put it on the plane, and 3 hours later I get it. And there's none of this driving around in a car for 2 days. And there's still plenty of companies that transport puppies by air. It costs you about $150, maybe $250. And it's a whole lot safer than sending your dog by car. Yeah, some people, they can't fly, they can't drive. And if you can't drive, I highly suggest that you have your dog flown. And somebody that's selling you a dog can't take the time to take it to the airport, but they can throw it in a transport vehicle out in their driveway. Well, that's a little lazy. I'd strongly suggest shipping them by air if you've got to do a transport across the country. So nobody's got any good transporters for little short distance hops, like up and down the East Coast or anything like that. That's wild. There used to be so many of those guys that ran around. And there was always one or two good ones. But when you transport a dog, you got to make sure you get them out of the car every 2 hours. You have to stop every 2 hours and walk the dogs. And if there's any messes, you got to clean all that up. I mean, it's not like it's rocket science. It's real easy. And make sure that when you stop for more than 8 hours, you feed them. And that everybody's got plenty of water. And that, they're healthy before you pick them up. A lot of these transporters, they'll pick up a half sick dog. I mean, if you take a dog that's already half sick and pick it up, what's going to happen to it after you transport it? It's going to be half dead by the time it gets there. So, anyhow. Well, so we've pretty much come to the assumption that using a transporter sucks, and that if you're gonna ship your dog and you have to ship your dog, insist that you get them to fly it. Um, that's the best way to have your dog moved from one spot to another. But as Alan says, and as Old Smoke says, the best way to do it is to get in your van and go pick your dog up. When you do that, of course, you get to see all the other dogs. You get to meet your breeder. You get to spend time with them. You get to bond with your little baby on the way home. You can put them up there on the front seat. Have you a good trip back. Stop and get some cheeseburgers. Ow! Have your little adventure, man. Y'all can have your first adventure. Daddy and puppy on the road. Then that's always fun. So, it's a shame that there's nobody decent out there to transport. But then again, the advantages of going and picking your own dog up far outweigh having some stranger haul your dog around for you. That was yeah. Yeah, I was sitting at a stoplight and that truck pulled up next to me. I said, oh man, there's my boy Chester Cheeto. Cheeto time, baby. Cheeto time. Ain't nothing like laying on the couch feeding Cheetos. You wouldn't believe the dogs that has been through Cheeto therapy, man. Um, so what else is going on tonight? What you guys up to? That's all I got on the transport stuff. I knew it was going to be a short subject. Ben, what's happening? So you've had good luck, Courtney? Oh yeah, definitely, Paris. Well, I'm glad you've had good luck, Courtney, because I'd hate to hear any nightmare stories from anybody from in the group. We don't want to hear no bad stories. We done heard one about puppy getting there covered in shit and piss. I done had to tell one. So you got a good one. Well, that's good. What's the last dog you got by transporter, Courtney? Oh, yeah. You got to go pick them up. Big Ben, what's going on, buddy? Oh, geez. I just had a friend get one transported out of Mexico. Oh, nice. Nice. And so that all went well. Well, that's good. What's up, my folks from Mayhem? What's happening? Man, I know a guy that got one from Lucky Lopez, and it cost him more to get the dog transported than it cost him for the dog. By the time he got the dog to his house, he paid more in transportation cost than the dog cost him. Yeah, sure did. Sure did. Cost him more for the dog's transport than it cost him for the dog. Customs transport, the shipper was having trouble. The shipper had to go down there and pick the dog up, had to go down from the United States and pick the dog up. It just turned, the whole thing turned into a mess. You know, but by the time the guy got the dog, it cost him almost $1,500 in shipping. Don't remember how many days in customs. I believe it just went right through. If I'm not mistaken. The problem was getting down there and getting a flight back out. Missed one flight. It was just a comedy of errors. You know. But it was one of them little pups off of Bear and Boudreaux Sassy. What do you say, John? What's going on? What's going on? What's up? Oh, yeah, me too. Oh, yeah. Oh, John having him a celebration. Them boys are partying this weekend. Yeah, she's a nice little bitch. It's not my dog. It's a friend of mine got the dog. But it's out of Bear and Boudreaux Sassy, a little female. Miss Mary is a good transporter. Now, does she do just pit bulls, Courtney, or does she do all kinds of breeds? You know, because those are the ones that seem to be halfway decent. Are the people that do multiple breeds of animals? They do different types of dogs, and um, they do they even do like they might even carry a gopher or something with them somewhere. Yeah. Now that's a different type of transporter than these bulldog transporters. Yeah, that's definitely a different type of transporter. That's like that's like them little old ladies I hang out with. Take good care of them dogs. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh John, you still celebrating? You still all jacked up? Nice, Christian. I appreciate that. I was one of the few that did that. I got 28 people in the room and 16 likes. Let me get some more likes. Let me get more likes. Oh, yeah. So, what y'all into other than talking about transporters and talking about having a good night last night? What are you up to, Christian Bartolotta? Oh, well, I can call you Bart. It's just a nickname, just got off of work. Heck yeah. That sounds good. That sounds real good. I'm going to be right back. I got to go piss. Oh. Man, I've been pissing like a like a damn racehorse here lately. "61 years you've been having a." I heard that. I heard that. Shoot, man, yeah. I don't know if I'm maybe catching something or what, man, but I've been pissing a lot, and man, I don't know. I just feeling a little weird here. You know, I don't know if I'm just a little wore out or what's going on. You you know, it's hard to say. No, I don't even drink. I didn't drink last night. I had I was drinking water and Diet Mountain Dew. You know, but and hell, now I got to take a damn shit. ah, ah. It's called Dixie Skateland in Newport, Michigan. Oh man, I gotta see a sign. We gotta see a sign of that, man. You gotta send me a sign, a picture of the sign to my email. You know, that's how I got the name of my kennel, the Dixieline Connection. There was a place near my house called Dixie Lawnmower, and they worked on lawnmowers. And that's how I got the name of my kennel, Dixieline Connection, because that's what they were called, was Dixieline Lawnmowers. I swear to God, man. You know how much water I drink? I drink the hell out of some water. Man, I bet I drink a case of water about every 3 days. And that's at 33 count case. You know, I drink the crap out of some water. I'm like old Bulldog. I got to get my 1 ounce of water for every 2 pounds of body weight. So I'm trying to drink about 110 ounces of water a day. Well, 10 feet's pretty close, man. You know, the problem with having a 10-foot Jenny is that you know you just have to work with it and see if it works for you. Um, uh, you know, and 10 foot, 12 foot. I mean, it could work. You can make it work. You're just going to have to bank your track more. You know, the shorter your track is, the more banking you need on the track so that the dog is up and running straight. Because if you have a smaller circle, that's got your dog constantly running in a curve. So if you got the dog up running on the side of the banking, they're running straight. Just the more you can give it, the better. No, don't dig deeper. Have a berm coming up. Have you a berm, kind of like the banking of of like a racetrack. I just wish I could draw you a picture. The best thing to do is to email me, man, and call me, and we could text each other back and forth. Yeah, like a BMX track. You just don't want a flat track because, see, the closer you come in, the more you're going to curve. The more you curve, the more you turn. You want your dog running straight. You want them running straight. That's why you want a big track. Big track, straighter the dog runs. So, smaller track, you got to have it. You got to have it set up different. Hang on a second. Turn my phone on here. Hang on. That's right. Cambered. Yeah, like a berm. Like a racetrack, man. What's going on, Paul? Maybe one Aussie can explain it to another Aussie. 3 Aussies. No, now, Kurt, where are you at? You're not in Australia. Now, Paul's in Australia, and Ben's in Australia. Yeah. I left my lighter with my bong. Arizona outlaw. Oh, that's right. You over there in Phoenix sweating your balls off. 100 degrees at night. You're one of them old midnight gunslingers, man, out there in a street fighter. Like old Bat Masterson and damn right. But I'll tell you, it still works the same. Look, you still get out there at 3 o'clock in the morning and work that dog, like we were talking about yesterday. Because if it's hot, well, that's the law in Arizona, ain't it? You're supposed to. You gotta learn how to be a gunfighter by the time you're 12, don't you? In Arizona, street fighter. Street fighter. Now, you ever been out there to Tempe, Arizona, and out there where Howard Heinzel used to live? You ever been out to that area? No, Tempe, Arizona. That's where Howard Heinzel was from. Phoenix, right? Yeah, he lived in Tempe, Arizona. Yeah. Is his yard and all that stuff still there? I mean, is the property still there, or has it been developed, or has it all been developed, or is it gone? Is there still? Has he still got family on the property, or do you know? I was just wondering if his yard was still there, if the property was still there. Yeah, I never got to meet him. I met a bunch of his friends. I knew Joe Beal real well. You know, who had the Pepsi dog, the last son of Gringo. I knew him real well. And I knew Dwight Stubbs real good. I always like going back to those old sites like that and collecting junk. You know, like if the dog yards are still there, like if the property is still there, like going and kicking around and looking for stuff, seeing what you can find. Um, I I found a picture here the other day. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It's a tough one to see. Well, that's a clean kennel. That's a clean kennel. It's not in this pile. I don't know where it is. Pictures I took while I was in prison. Now there's a Jenny for you. Check that one out. Can you see that one? Yeah, that's a nice one. Oh man, I can't wait to get my wings. I got to get my 1,000 subscribers so I can get the hell out of this office and start doing some cool stuff. Oh yeah, man, Beals Powhatan. But see, he had a bunch of stuff right from Howard Heinzel too. Joe Beal had that Beals Pepsi, Beals Nova. Yeah, I'll show you. Was it Beals Gringo? It might have been Gringo. Or Bruno. That was his name, Bruno. Beals Bruno. Let me see if that was it. How? Here you go. This was one of his dogs from Howard. Ida Red. Right. And they had bred Ida Red to Gringo and produced this stuff right here. And produce that right there. And that hey Bill, what's going on, man? But that was some of that Joe Beal stuff right from Howard Heinzel. Oh yeah, man. Howard Heinzel was from Arizona. Not Joe Beal. Joe Beal was from Greensboro, North Carolina. Joe Beal was one of my neighbors. He wasn't from Arizona. He was from North Carolina. And he got to mixing that stuff up with some Zebo blood. Oh, yeah, ain't none of that stuff left around. It's all gone. It's all gone. All that stuff's from the 80s. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a well bred dog right there, man. He was a full brother to that Heinzel's Pepsi, which was the last son of Gringo, which was last grandson of Dibo. Mm. Yeah, he knew Howard from Arizona. This guy lived in Greensboro, North Carolina. Yeah, Joe worked for the railroad, so he transported a lot of dogs. He was a great transporter. Now, back in the day, the number one transporter was the railroad. Did you guys know that? That's how all these guys used to transport dogs, was on the train. And most groups of dog men would have a guy in their group that was a railroad man, and he'd just take care of the dog while they were traveling on the train. Yeah, and that's how they used to travel with the dogs, was they would put the dogs on the train. I got a bunch of those tags that you put on the crates, like say where they were going, and you'd put on there whether it was an animal or it was a freight or whatever, and you mark it on there. I've got some of those for it was a Southwestern railroad company. Uh, what do you say, Mike? Well, you know, he was a good dog. His breeding was true. He was really bred like his paper said. Um, he he won 3 in the fast lane, including beating Irish Jerry. You know, we beat a 2-time winner of Irish Jerry's, that Jake Johnson dog. Um, he, um, you know, I wouldn't put him in the ace category, but I'd put him in like the really, really good category. But to be bred as well as he was, to be as good a dog as he was, and to produce as well as he did, I mean, how many other dogs can you compare? How many other? Here's my question for you. Name name five other dogs like Taz that were bred well, were good show dogs, and produced well. I mean, he was a 5 point register merit. He was a champion, and he was bred out the ass. I mean, name five other dogs like that. I mean, it's hard to do. So, I'd say Taz was above average dog. If you can get a hold of some of the blood and you like the blood, breed the blood. Um, but you know, I I just have the Bolero stuff. That's why I don't. That's why I don't breed it. Ain't no whipping Taz, boys. What about Pachanga? Pachanga, Pachanga, Pachanga. What about Pachanga? Who's Pachanga? Pachanga. You mean Oranga-danga? Have you ever seen that movie, Natural Born Killers? Isn't that a word from Natural Born Killers? Oh yeah, you should have bred something to Huckleberry, man. Laced with the game. What's up? Yeah, I think there's a line in there. Pachanga, Pachanga, Pachanga. You know, yeah, I think it's I think the line is by uh um what's his name? The guy that plays who's Iron Man? Who's the actor that plays Iron Man? Anyhow. Oh yeah, it's a killer movie, man. It's got a great soundtrack to it too. If you ever get a chance to pick up the soundtrack to Natural Born Killers, man, it's got a good soundtrack. Prison Guard Mike. You talking about Mike Askew? Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. He's the one that says that line. It's when he's locked up in there and they're having the riots. Butanga. Okay, Butanga. Butanga, Butanga, Butanga. Oh, sure. Yeah, I matched into some Boyle's dogs. Um, Great dogs, man. Uh, um, we went into those Red Oak kennels out of Tennessee, and with that Bree bitch of mine, and whipped them boys. And Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then his grandparents, man. And then look at his grandparents. We just breed that stuff up just all the time, John. It just that shit just falls out of the trees, man. Oh man, I don't know. I mean, I, you know, I never seen him. That's 20 something years ago. Well, I'll tell you, the Dogma Passe dogs, at the time, at one time, J.R. LaPasse had his thumb on the dog game. He knew everything. He knew all the bloodlines. Yeah, but when that didn't work out, I just bred up a bunch more of them. It wasn't no big deal. It wasn't no big deal, you know. Got to remember, man, when you got the milk, the flour, the sugar, and the butter. I mean, I did keep her as a brood bitch. I bred her twice. You know. Oh yeah, that shit spun off a whole bloodline, man. That Huckleberry dog spun off a whole bloodline of dogs. There's a bunch of that stuff out there, John. If you want to breed to it, I know where there's a double grandson of Huckleberry at. You know, I just don't fuck with it, man. You at the dog shows, at the ADVA shows, all the time. There's always be those really obese people, and they'd have them and show them in the shows. Oh yeah, man, you know it. I hear you, man. I hear you. 18 years. I seen him in the magazines. I seen him in the ads in the magazines. Iron butterfly, iron taffy, iron, iron, iron on, iron off, wax on, wax off. Um, Well, sure, they're real nice dogs. I mean, every one of them I ever went up to was sweet as could be, man. I mean, they're beautiful dogs. One of my favorite dogs of all time was on the cover of the second Stratton book, that Norod's Maud. That's a beautiful animal, and they're real sweet dogs. You know, they make great pets. Yeah, they make great pets, man. I mean, you know, they're a good representative of that blood or whatever they're supposed to do. You know, they're nice. Yeah, they're nice dogs. I mean, did none of them try to bite me? They were all real sweet. Not a single one of them tried to bite me. And I've judged dog shows before with NORAD dogs in them. None of them tried to bite me either. Well, I guess wherever they got it tucked away at. Nah, they don't pay to judge, man. They don't pay to judge. Now, I would do a benefit, like if somebody needed me to judge for to raise money for somebody, do something like that. I would do something like that for a benefit. But as far as judging for the ADBA or for a dog show group, nah, I wouldn't do it, man. They have to pay me. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna make them money, and I'm not gonna get a cut of it. Fuck that. You know. You know. I mean, if the dog show is going to charge to enter the dogs in the show, I want a cut. You know. Lord Almighty, man. You know what? From now on, if somebody asks that question, I'm just going to throw their ass out. I'm just from now on, if you ask that question, you get thrown out of this chat. You know, that's uh, that's my new strict rule. Don't ask that question. I mean, you know, ask something else, man. Lord Almighty, man. I tell you what. Tell me the name of three good dogs that Queen of Hearts produced. If name three good dogs that Queen of Hearts was the producer of. Name three good dogs that Shady Lady produced. Just three. Name three good dogs that Shady Lady produced. I swear to God, man. I have to hear that shit all the time, man. And so my answer is this. If you want to know all that, name one good dog that Shady Lady produced. Name one. Name one. Name one. You know, um, that's what it's all about. It's about, yeah, you can have a good dog, but did it do anything? What happened with it afterwards? I mean, was it a game bred dog? Queen of Hearts. Let's take a look at her pedigree. Let's see how she would fare. No, I couldn't even tell you how that bitch was bred. I know I had a chance at one point. I mean, she's bred impeccably, you know. But then let's look at her offspring. Well, see, most of the stuff off of her is out of that Mr. Rogers dog. And the primary dog that they bred her to was that Mr. Rogers dog. And he quit. I don't know, Jose. I mean, you know, if you got good friends, I imagine a dog will be free. Oh, it's okay, man. I'm just picking on you. But it's one of those subjects that people just bring up over and over and over. And it's like, you know, there's other things to talk about. Um, but, I mean, most of the stuff off of her, she was bred to Mr. Rogers, right? And like produced dogs like Man's Tippy. Hell, I could have bought that Man's Tippy dog. I remember when I had a chance to buy that bitch. And, you know, if I was going to mess with any of that stuff, I'd be messing it down through that Comanche dog. Oh, you didn't know Mr. Rogers quit? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Mr. Rogers curd out, man. Let's see here. I'll find the dog that whooped him. Uh, well, it says it right there on the. Yeah. See, there's Mr. Rogers' pedigree right there. Yeah, he quit the Tito and the Local Boys Ninja. Yeah. like a like a cheap cigar. Like a cheap cigar, man. They don't even know. What about orangadanga? Huh? They don't even, you know, they don't even know, man. They don't even know, John. They ain't never seen that real fast stuff. I reckon. I reckon she didn't make ROM, did she? No, she didn't make register of merit. but she produced a lot of dogs. I mean, Queen of Hearts had. I mean, I count off a Queen of Hearts. You know, at least a dozen dogs, and yeah, I don't think she threw a single champion. Not one champion. And and a lot of that had to do with the stud selection. You know, um, yeah, y'all hit me with some likes. Y'all hit me with some likes now. What's wrong with you? Y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Y'all be sure to buy my book, Fat Bill by Fat Bill. The first edition is still available. You can buy it in the About section here. And but be sure to, if you haven't got your copy, get your copy because first edition is about to sell out. And the second edition is going to be different than the first edition. So if you want one of them in the first edition, order yours now because they won't be available much longer. Not much longer. Not much longer. They're almost gone. Almost gone. Yep. But anyhow, yeah. Oh, I've read the Abraham story, and I think a lot of those guys. But all I'm saying is, one dog don't make a kennel. One dog don't, you know, you know. I mean, a bitch couldn't even make register merit. I'm looking it up right now. I'm looking it up right now, Fort Lauderdale. Hopefully by August, by the end of August. I'm working on it. I'm working on it hard, man. I'm still trying to put the pictures together for it. Well, hell, a bunch of curs in that pedigree. I seen that Trinks bitch quit. I seen her quit when she was at Butch Davis's house. I just don't know why some people breed certain dogs. Oh yeah, man, I like them Aries dogs. It's a nice Maverick dogs. Shit, man, I've had more ROMs than you could shake a stick at. My yard's been closed forever. Making ROM. Um, you never hear me making no excuses. No excuses. Talk no shit. Make no excuses. All I'm trying to say is that you can't continually bring up a certain dog and like try to make it into something it's not. It's just another dog, man. I mean, Queen of Hearts was a great dog and all that stuff, but she wasn't any greater than Lady Stone, you know, or or um Mad's Grand Champion Gabe, or Grand Champion BB Red, or um, uh, um, or Curry's Champion Blondie, um, or Fat Bill's Champion Bolero. I mean, she didn't do anything to separate herself from the crowd. She just didn't do it, man. And no matter how much you talk about a dog, and no matter how much you try to be hype man for it, it don't change the fact. And to beat up everybody else by constantly bringing up a certain dog by saying it's something special. Well, she was bred to Buck, and she was bred to Mr. Rogers. So she was bred to a dog with a fake pedigree, and she was bred to a cur. But why? What I'm saying is a bitch didn't throw nothing. There are so many other dogs. I mean, that's all I'm trying to say is that, okay, bitch won 8. That's great. I mean, there's lots of dogs won 7, 8 times. But what else she do? What else she do? Yeah, man. I mean, name me today one good Queen of Hearts dog. Name one. Put it up there. Put me up there, Queen of Hearts dog. Show me one. Show me one right now. Jason, what's going on? Yeah. There aren't any. But I can tell you other bloodlines that are still out there today that were around at the same time from the same period. There's plenty of bloodlines. I mean, look at BB Red. Look at BB Red. I mean, you got the BB Red stuff. LG and those guys are breeding that stuff up. And that BB Red dog, not only was she a bulldog, but she was a producer. Lord Almighty. Yeah. Well, ain't none of that stuff around. All right. So if we go to Abraham's bull, let's see here. Abraham's bull. Okay, let's go to offspring off Abraham's bull. There's 43 offspring off Abraham's bull. He was bred, it looks like, to about 4 bitches, 5 bitches. Abraham's bull did not throw a single champion. Not a single one. Nothing. Nothing. And the only person breeding any of that Abraham's bull stuff is Tommy Walker. And you can find a little bit of it in this dog right here. But Abraham's bull, for saying that he was a producer, he didn't produce a single champion. He didn't make register merit. So if she was producing producers, why didn't Abraham's bull make register merit? I mean, he was bred to 5 bitches, produced 43 offspring. But he never made champion, and he never made register merit, and he himself never produced a champion himself. Not one. Not a single dog, man. So 1990s. He was the son of Buck. Buck's match into Sandman was 1986. So that means that Bull had to be born around 88, 89, 90, 91, 92 in there. Because Buck and Sandman fought the spring 87. Excuse me, the spring 87 is when Buck and Sandman fought. Yeah, he didn't throw a single champion, not one. Not one champion. And he was the one to carry on the bloodline. That's what carried on the bloodline. Rocky Kennels, what's happening? What's happening? Oh, I know who T.L. Walker is, man. Tell him to call me. I know who T.L. Walker is. But there ain't no Queen of Hearts in it. It's just a little bit. I put up Walker stuff. This pedigree right here is all Tommy Walker stuff coming down from Queen of Hearts. No champions in it. No champions. None. None. None, man. Oh, damn, I hate to hear that. I didn't know old T.L. Walker died. Jason. How can he be a Rom POR? He didn't even produce. Name one champion off of Bull. I mean, I'm sitting here looking at him. There's Bull's pedigree right there, man. There's Abraham's Bull and everything he's produced. He's not a Rom POR. Well, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna tell you what, man. Bolero would have blowed that bitch out of water, man. And Bolero outproduced that bitch 10-1, man. And to come into my chat and talk about some half-assed dog like she's the baddest dog on the planet. It's so disrespectful to so many other dogs. You got to remember, this chat's about what I believe in, and you're not going to come in here and hype up some bullshit, and I'm sick of it. You know, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of all the hyping up bullshit, trying to use my channel to hype up some fucking hounds that are totally irrelevant. So from now on, bring that shit up anymore, you're out. You're out. Because we done talked that shit to death, man. I don't give a fuck about Abraham's Bull and Queen of Hearts. And the next person that knows the deal that brings one of them dogs up, they get thrown out, and I don't give a fuck. You know. Yeah, Queen of Hearts bred to a cur, Will Francis. Look, man, bread that don't mean nothing. That's out of Mister Rogers a rank cur dog. I mean, there's plenty of other dogs, man, and it's like, you know, it's like Jesus Christ. I get tired of it, man. It's like trying to make spam into fucking T-bone steak, man. It's like trying to make a Chevrolet into a Cadillac. You know, it's like um, it's like trying to make a red boy dog into that right there. You know, I mean, come on, man, come on. I mean, the Queen wasn't that famous. The Queen of Hearts, the only place the Queen was famous is on the internet, man. Before the internet come along, that dog wasn't famous. It's just all these people hype her up. She's an internet dog. Don't get me wrong. Oh, damn it. Kair wasn't listening, was he? Yeah, and he quit. Champion Spike quit. Just like Champion Stallone quit. Vietnam Kennels Champion Spike quit. Oh, man. What are you talking about? Champion Stopper. I mean, went into the baddest bitch in the country. Lady Stone, she went into Champion Blondie. Champion Blondie had beat Bobby Hall. Champion Blondie, okay. Now here's a bulldog. Blondie had beat Bobby Hall, Danny Burton, and and who else did she beat? Anyhow, and had been on the cover of the Sport and Dog Journal. You know, that Blondie bitch was on the cover of the Sport and Dog Journal. And man, boom, whip that bitch. Oh man, what you talking about? Super dog, man. Lady Stone was a super dog. Tornado come out 10 times into multiple champions all across the country. Super dog. Oh, I'd say Bobby was harder to beat, man, because he was way slicker. You know, he was a lot tougher handler, lot tougher player. You know, Danny was a nice guy. Danny was a good guy. He was serious, but he was a nice guy. Where Bobby, man, he'd put the screws to you. He'd handle tough. But you know, it's a whole different world. Well, I think I'm gonna shut it down Sunday night. Well, he'd try to be. He'd try to be if he needed to be. I mean, you know, who isn't if you got to be? You got to do what you got to do. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Paul. I swear, man. They're just trolling on through here. Hit me with some likes. Maybe I'll stick around. Yeah. Well, we could stick around and have an auction. You guys want to auction some stuff off? How about we sell a book? Huh? Y'all want to do an auction? How about yeah? How about an old Sporting Dollar Journal? Huh? Or no, I never got to go into Robert Kirkland. Never got to go into him. No. What you guys wanna? What you guys wanna? What do you want me to auction off? Let me do some videos. Let me do. Uh, uh, Shit, I don't know what to auction off. Hell, I ain't even got nothing. Oh, you want me to do that? Let me do this Sporting Dog Journal. How about this Sporting Dog Journal, 2001 Sporting Dog Journal? We'll do this 2001 Sporting Dog Journal, and I'll do a set of videos with it. You guys want me to do a video, or the or the or the or you want me to do videos? Okay, I'll do videos. I got a request. Okay, Rocky, let me get your information here real quick. I'm gonna send you my email, Rocky, and you email me. And we can do something after I get offline. Okay. So here, let me do some. Well, what I'll do is, what books you want to do? Conquer Strength. The Game Dog books will be back next week. I'm out of them. The big books, the big phone books, I'm out of them this week. I have none left. Um, I've got I will have them in stock next week. So I'll tell you what I do have. I got a book of interviews. How about a book interviews? How about we do a book interviews while I'm getting these videos ready? All right, we got a book interviews here. This we'll do the book interviews, and this is this book interviews has got this features Floyd Boudreaux, Norman Houghton, Bobby Hall, James Crenshaw, Pat Patrick, Captain America, Lester Hughes, the Mountain Man, Sonny Sykes, Gary Hammonds, Sonny Johnson, Victor Acart, Bob Pitts, me, Danny Burton, and Harry Hargroves. And then what I'll do with it is I've got these pictures. Let's see here. I got these pictures of Mayday. I got these pictures of Mayday that are signed on the back. And I'll include the Mayday picture with the book. So you get the book, you get the book interviews, and you get the Mayday picture. And we'll start with this, and then after that, we'll do the $100 keep. I'll do a $100 keep after that. But let's do this book. What kind of bid do I got on the book? What kind of bid I got on the book? $150 bid on the book. $150 bid on the book. $150 bid on the book. $150 book in the picture. $200 bid on the book. $200 bid on the book. $200 bid on the book. Book in the picture. $200. $200. $200. We'll run this auction till I don't know, 10 after 10. We'll run it till 10 after 10. $200, $200, $200, $200, $200, $200, $200, $200, $200. $200 for the book in the picture. But oh man, there's just so many great dogs. I mean, 205 from Russell Turner. 205 from Russell Turner. Let me see what other pictures I got I can throw in there. Let's see what else I got. Oh no, I can't put that one in there. I can't put that one in there. Oh, I can't put that one in there. Ah, here's a cool picture. Here, I'll throw this picture in too. Look, I'll throw that picture in too. That's me and Robert Lim and a bunch of us talking at a pig picking. That's an original picture. There's Robert Lim right there. There's me, a bunch of my buddies all hanging out. That's the original pig picking picture. I'll throw that in there with it. 230, 230, 230, 230, 230, 230, 230. Oh, Lord. All right. All right. We're bidding on the best of time, the book of interviews. I swear to God. We're bidding on the book interviews and the two pictures. 305, 305 for the book interviews and the two pictures. Rocky, I'm going to throw, you guys are bidding too much money. I'm going to throw this one in too. Okay, so you're getting the book interviews and the Sporting Dog Journal and the pictures. You're getting both of them. Okay, getting both books, the Sporting Dog Journal, and this is a killer Sporting Dog Journal. This is the Killer Sporting Dog Journal. This has got White's tab on the cover. And this is the original journal with White's tab on the cover. So you get the White's tab journal, you get the book interviews, you get all the pictures, getting all that. Do you guys have a copy of my book? Let me throw a copy of my book in there too. Someone put a copy of my book in. And we're at $330, $330, $330, $330, $330. You're bidding on the Sporting Dog Journal, the book interviews, and a copy of my new book, Fat Bill by Fat Bill. Oh, Rocky's serious, man. Oh, Rocky ain't playing around. We got 6 more minutes, Rocky. We'll let him play it out. Let him play it out, Rocky. Let him play it out. But I feel like you the winner. Oh, no. Conquer Strength in with 335. Conquer Strength in with 335. Oh, my God. Man, oh, man. $340. Hey, Rocky, do you have the videos? Do you guys got the videos? I'll go ahead and include the videos. Art of Victory, $100 Keep, and Dogman 2000. So now you're getting all 3 videos. You're getting the book. You're getting the Sporting Dog Journal. And you're getting the book interviews. You're getting all 4 pieces. Well, all 7 pieces now. Plus the pictures. And the original signed picture. $500. Holy shit. I believe that's sold. But we have to still wait till 10 after 10 just because it's an auction. Rules are the rules. You got your $500 bid, $500 bid. We got a $340 bid. You're not calling a $500 bid. You're still at $340. So you're still at $340. $340, $340, $340, $340, $340, $340. I ain't greedy. Game over. Everybody else out. Everybody else out. Everybody else out. My man calling $500 for it. Everybody else out. I heard that. You still got to wait until 10:10. I got to call the auction. at 10:10. But if you're offering $500 and nobody else, that's a deal, brother. You just go ahead and send that to me. I will take it. Sold, sold, sold. If I get $500, shit, man. I'm going to fix you up and make you a nice package. Everybody will tell you I always fix up nice packages. Cheapskates. They ain't no cheapskates. That ain't cheap. No, that ain't cheap. That's good. That's good. Okay, man. We coming up on 10:08. I got a $500 bid. $550 from Jeep Red Boy. $550. Lord Almighty. $550 from Jeep Red Boy. $550. Oh my God, he's scratching hard. $550, $550, $550, $550, $550. Holy moly jolly. Oh, okay. Oh. I was like, damn, 550. 500, 500, 500, 500. No, we got a $500 bid. We got a $500 bid. $500 bid going once. $500 bid going once. $500 bid going once. No. 500, Rocky. 500. 500, man. 500. Not no 700. Not no 700. $500, Rocky, going once. $500 bid going once, Rocky. $500 bid going once. $500 bid going once. $500 bid going twice. 510 from Conquer Strength. 510 from Conquer Strength. 510 from Conquer Strength. 510 going once. 510. I'm going to go get something to drink. I'll be right back. And them dogs worked the piss out of me today. Oh, man, I was working the hell out of them. 510, 510. I got a 510 bid. 511 from Rocky. 511 from Rocky. 511. It's getting down to the nut crusting now. No. 511's good, man. 511's good. I got a $511 bid, $511 bid, $511 bid, 511, 511, 511, 511, 511, 511, 511, 511, 511, 511, 511, 511, 511, 511, 511. Do I hear 512? I don't know, man. It's a solid. Going twice. Going twice. 511. Going twice. Going twice. Sold. $511. $511. Holy cow. Holy shit. Man, I'll give you a standing ovation on that one. Man, oh man. That's what I'm talking about. Lord Almighty. You got it. You got it. Man. I still ain't feeling right. Oh, hell. Just a couple books, man. Some good ones. These guys are going at it. Oh, I'll take care of it, man. I'll sign it all up. I'll send you a nice package over. I sure do appreciate it. I sure do appreciate it, man. I'll hook you up, put you some cool shit in there. I got some other pictures and stuff I'll hook you up with. Let me save you in my stuff. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. But so good night, homie. Good night. We'll see you next time. We'll see you next time. I'm telling you, man, come out strong. Woo! That was awesome. That was awesome. God bless you. That really helps out the chat. I've been putting in a lot of time, man, and try to get some nice stuff out. And just put in a hell of a book order, man. I just put in a $3,000-something book order. And we're going to have some great stuff available here, hopefully by the end of next week, including the Mayfield book will be back out. Rednecks. We'll have that book back out. We'll have the book of Game Dogs available. Book of interviews will not be available. In North Carolina. Woo! Woo! North Carolina, my old home state. Spent many a year in North Carolina. Page Pirates, Greensboro. Woo! Go Greensboro. But I've got the original 1975 Sporting Dog Journal with Jeep on the cover. I've got some beautiful copies of that coming. I mean, really nice, man. They look like the originals. I've got the 1984 Sporting Dog Journal with Mountain Man's Homer on the cover. I've got copies of that coming. That again, they look like the original. These aren't little flimsy copies. These are nice, thick copies that look like the original copies of the Sporting Dog Journal. And all those will be available next week. So, some really cool stuff, man. I think you guys will be excited by it. How much for the original Sporting Dog Journal and the oh man, I don't want to sell those. I'm gonna hang on to those two. Those are for research for my book. Maybe after I finish my book, I might auction them off or something. But the these reproductions I'm going to do, you won't be able to tell the difference in them. They're going to be made just like the journals. Oh man, I can't do that right now. I can't do that right now. I appreciate the offer, but I can't do that right now. I got to hang on to them. First of all, because if I'm going to make any more copies, I have to make copies from the originals. If I sell the originals, then I'll be making copies from copies, and they'll look like shit. So for right now, I've got to hang on to them. Oh, sure, man. I'm going to have copies available on here next week, and I swear you'll love them. I mean, the copies are going to look better than my originals. My originals are beat to shit. So these copies are going to look way better than my originals. So you'll appreciate them for sure. But we'll just do some package deals like with some of the books. I ordered plenty of copies of Volume 1 of the AGDT series. So, everybody's got to have a Volume 1. Uh-oh, it's the Pucky. It's the Pucky. What's going on? Huh? You gonna jump up? Huh? You gonna jump up and say hey? My baby. My little baby. Oh, did you just wake up? You gotta go pee-pee? You gotta go pee-pee? Oh, man, I gotta take my dog out. I gotta take my buddy out. Oh, yeah, man, I'll fix you up. Those are two good ones right there, man. Those are two of the most classic journals. Yeah, man, I got to go walk the dog. He's standing there waiting on me. Time to go let him out. I'm going to go outside and goof off a little bit anyhow. It's pretty nice out there. So, well, look, you guys take it easy. Pucky's needing his daddy. And I will I will talk to y'all soon. Okay, Russell. Y'all take it easy, man. Thanks for everything. Appreciate it, Rocky. Y'all take care. All right. Bye bye.